Hello everyone, it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, and I help people to spiritually awaken, to embody their higher self and to activate and awaken all their spiritual gifts and abilities so that they can fully embody who they are. That's what we're trying to do with this awakening process. And today we are doing a video that we're going to allow you to choose the emotion that you want to heal, because we've done healing on lots of different topics, but today I'm inviting you to choose what emotional pattern is coming up for you right now. So we're going to get into a bit about that in just a little moment. I'm going to break it down and explain exactly what we're doing, but really it's allowing you to tailor the healing to yourself and your personal needs right now throughout your awakening and what's going on for you. So it's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. So I can see many of you have already joined us. Please say hello and let me know where you're from. I love to hear from you guys and to know how you're doing. And we're going to get into emotional patterns now. We will be covering more on this topic soon because it's really a big theme for us right now. Spiritually, with what's going on, we're going to be covering more on that. But what we're looking for today is the emotional themes that are showing up for us right now. We're going through a big clearing. We're going through a lot of healing as part of the awakening process. And quite often we're getting stuck in a rut. We're getting stuck in emotional patterns that become quite sticky, and we can't seem to get out of them. We notice we're in the same emotional states over and over and over again. So we're going to cover that, and we're going to see what we can do today to start to bring some healing to those feelings. That's what we're going to be doing. So I want to say a few quick hellos. Hello to David from Jersey, Tara from Aberdeen, and Iva, I hope I'm saying that correctly, from Wisconsin. Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. So what we're looking at today is what emotional theme has been showing up for you recently, and I'd love to know below. So simply put, if you had to put the feeling into one word, what's the emotional theme that's going on right now? What's been hanging over you the last few days, maybe even the last few weeks or months? Do you tend to be in anxiety? Do you tend to feel depressed? Are you just feeling off but you don't know what it is? We want to really get that into a one-word answer that you can focus on while we're doing this healing. So do let me know below, what emotional theme do you feel is coming up for you right now? And if you're struggling to know the answer, I would invite you just to close your eyes for a moment and just wait for the first answer that comes up. So when we ask a question, our soul will always find the answer, okay? And you have to take the first answer that comes. Don't wait until it's your brain's been able to interfere. You take the first answer. So close your eyes and tune in. Just settle for a moment. And just see what comes up when I ask the question, what emotion or feeling is coming up for you right now? And whatever answer comes up is the right one. You always take the first answer. That's the easiest way to listen to the soul. Take the first answer. So again, let me know below, what kind of emotional patterns are you in right now? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling angry? Are you maybe a bit more irritable than you would usually be? How are you feeling? One word. That's what we're looking for. And then we're going to get into some healing. So the great thing about this is I'm going to allow you the space to really tailor this specifically, this healing, to you and to how you're feeling. So once you've got the feeling that you're going to be working on, and it can be any feeling, any type of negative state, anything that makes you feel out of alignment, it could be anything at all, but the important thing is that you can summarize the feeling in one word, okay? We keep it very specific. We get better healing results when we're super focused and super specific, okay? So let's go into this now. So if you can just start to relax yourself. Maybe close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. Just preparing yourself for the healing and allowing the guides to come into your space. So if you're not familiar with my work, I work with a series of high vibrational spirit guides, and they're dedicated to working with us on the awakening pathway. They're there to support us, they're there to help us. So just allowing them to begin working with your energy, tuning into your space. And I'd like you to focus on the feeling that you chose today, that one word feeling that's coming up for you. And as you focus on that feeling, I'd like you to tune in and work out, where does that reside in your body or in your energy? Where would that be? And again, you go with the first answer that comes up, or the first sensation that you get. Is it tension in the stomach? Is it up around the head? Is it in the shoulders? Is it in your back? Is it in a chakra? Where would that feeling reside? And if you don't know, you just answer the question and you go with the first answer that comes up. So when I say, where does that feeling reside? What answer do you get? And this just helps us tune in a little bit more deeply. And I don't want you to panic if you feel like you're not getting answers. Sometimes that's a protection mechanism, that's okay. But we're just trying some different things to tune in a little bit more deeply. So as long as you know that feeling, and if you can, focus on the place where you're sensing the feeling stays, wherever it resides. And we're going to allow the guides to release that energy from your system now. You can just relax as they're releasing that energy that you've guided, that you've focused on this feeling. Releasing that negative energy from your space, from your body, from your auric field. And let's also release any complications that might keep it in place. Let's ask the guides to release any oaths, vows, contracts, commitments, obligations or responsibilities that you might have taken on to say that you're going to carry this feeling, to say that you're going to hold on to it. Let's ask them to cancel that and cleanse that from your system entirely. And you might like to take a nice deep breath just to help that energy shift along. The breath always helps us to move that energy. Dissolving any more compacted energy. Sometimes it becomes really, really dense and really compacted, and those bits are a little bit more difficult to release. But let's ask the guides just to disperse any compacted energy, any blocked energy related to this feeling that you have. Dissolving it now. Lovely. And now the guides are letting me know that it's time for us to replace this energy. So what I would say to you is, you're going to allow the opposite of the negative energy to enter your space. So you might know what that is. So for example, if it's anxiety, you might want to absorb the feeling of being safe. If it's anger, you might want to replace it with the energy of feeling relaxed. You can choose, if you wish, put your intention out for the positive feeling, or you can just allow the energy to move into your space in whatever way the guides deem is most appropriate for you in this healing right now. It's entirely up to you. You can just relax and receive whatever the guides want to bring and help you with, or you can choose a positive energy. Either way, you just hold your intention, and you can even say into yourself the name or the word of the positive energy that you'd like to replace it with, if you choose. And if not, the guides will choose for you. Okay, and just bringing that positive energy, that replacement energy into your field now. And focus on feeling and drawing that positive energy into the space where the negative energy was before. Allowing the guides to replace it with its opposite, with a positive energy, with a happy energy to support you. And just sense and know that that positive energy is moving through the space where the negativity was, through your physical body, through the area where that negativity resided in your physical body, and also moving that positive energy through the aura. You might even feel that kind of fizzy sensation as it disperses through the aura, transforming the negativity, putting this new energy in place. And this is really, really important, because when we replace the energy, we actually create receptors for the things that we would like to draw into our lives. When we replace the energy with something positive like safety or happiness or peace, we teach our energy how to be receptive to that energy, and it becomes a magnet. It starts to draw experiences into your life that will encapsulate that positive energy. I can feel we've had a good energy shift. That's positive. Okay, so just allowing yourself to come back around, to come back into the room, to bring your focus into the present moment, all the sounds around you. Take your time, and when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Just take a little moment. Sometimes when we've been quite deep, it takes a little minute just to come back around. And also, you can let me know anything that you experienced, anything you picked up, and that's whether it's live or whether this is you're watching the recording much later. We'll love to hear your experiences and what you picked up on. I'd love to know what negative emotions you were hoping to release, and anything you picked up on as we were doing that, because this is what starts your intuitive process. When you do these energy healings with us, what's happening is we're taking you into a theta brainwave. The energy healing is putting you into a theta brainwave, and that is the brainwave that's responsible for deep healing, relaxation, recuperation, and also that heightened psychic state where your intuition is absolutely online and you can pick up on everything. So sometimes we relax and we have the healing and it just kind of washes over us, and it takes place and we don't really pick up on anything, and that's okay. But other times you might notice you sense colours, or a word pops into your head, or a memory or an image, or you start to feel something shifting, you start to feel a really faint sense of energy. We pick up all these different things as we're doing the healing. It's really the start of this intuitive practice and developing and trusting what you experience. So I just want to say hello to Enchantée, who's joined us from Kentucky. Awesome, thank you for joining us. And I'll give just a little moment in case anyone wants to give their feedback on what they picked up on. There are no right or wrong answers. It's all a personal journey, and it's all down to what you experience within, and again, trusting that energy, trusting what you experience. But what you can do is you can use this meditation over and over again. You can repeat it for any negative feeling that you have whatsoever. As long as you know and you tune in, you work out what the feeling is, you encapsulate it in one word, and then you keep that as your focus as we're doing the healing. And that's what really allows everything to shift. That's what allows the guides to work with you, but you're doing the directing this time instead of me. You're getting to direct this healing to the part of you that needs that. So it's really, it's quite enjoyable, and it's nice to be able to work with the guides in that way. So I can see Karen has joined us from Pennsylvania, USA. Awesome, hello. And I can see Kirsty says she picked up on the energy of fear. So she was able to sense that the energy was fear, which is great because you've encapsulated it in one word, and that's what we were looking for. And she also says that it resided in her intestines. So what you might find from that, we can get information from this as well, is sometimes when you pick up where this energy resides, you might have physical issues that mirror this, and you can start to recognise the patterns that your system falls into. So I'm interested to know, Kirsty, if you tend to have any intestinal issues, any kind of food intolerances. You might notice that every time you get stressed or afraid, your stomach tenses up, and it's we kind of resonate with these things in certain areas. It's really interesting the way the energy lies, and then the way that it affects us physically. Hi to Anne from Greenland. Thanks for joining us, Anne. And I can see Karen says the pressure is gone in my forehead, my divine eye is open. Fantastic. Getting some clearing, getting some shifting, and most importantly, opening up those intuitive gifts. Fantastic. So we'll finish up for today. Please remember that we will be online, we'll be doing these videos here and there all throughout the week. So please do click to be notified below when we go live, and you'll be able to join us straight away and join the healing. And then also please remember to subscribe as well, and you'll be notified every time we upload some new content, because we've got lots more to come. It's going to be a really interesting new time as we're going through this global shift. Very, very exciting. Lots of changes happening. So I can see Kirsty says, yep, that makes sense. So I'm glad that resonates. So start to look, everyone, at where the energy resides, where you guess or you imagine or you tune in that the energy resides, and what physical complications or issues or stress you might have in that area. So Tara says, I could feel my hands and fingers starting to move during this, arms starting to rise. I've had this many times before in meditation, but not sure what this is. Well, this is another opportunity where you can tune in again, Tara. So much like I said, we're using questions to get the answers. The best way that you can get an answer is for you to get that answer within. So I would encourage you to sit for a moment, to go quietly within and to say, what does this mean? What does this represent? I think there's probably a lot of energy moving. You're picking up on this energy moving, but there'll be a meaning behind it. So ask yourself the question and sit quietly and just see what answer rises to the surface. That's really awesome. Great shifts, great work everyone, really great healing. We'll get into plenty more over the coming weeks, so please do click to be notified and subscribe as well. Thank you so much and have a great day.